Okay, here we go. We are live all together. I'm just a little bit, few minutes ahead to see if the connection is right, to give some time to people to reach out with us. I'm very happy to be with you today, and I want to welcome so many countries actually that's supposed to be with us today. It's incredible. We have Colombia, we have Mexico, we should have Canada, Dubai, Czech Republic, Croatia. Welcome to everybody. Slovenia, Russia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Hong Kong, Australia, Japan, Singapore. Hello, Sandrine. United Kingdom, Greece, Italy, probably Portugal, and of course, don't forget Taiwan, France. So it's a worldwide event. I'm very happy, and it's a privilege for me to share this moment with you today. We have a subject to talk about, not an easy one. It's how to be ready to reopen our businesses, our endermologie spa. So I'm waiting for you a little bit to connect. I'm going to get through a few points with you. Please don't hesitate to interrupt with your questions. I will look at the chat and try to respond as much as I can. Probably more at the end of everything I want to talk to you about. But if you have any question, and if I can reach out to it, I will respond to it as much as I can. I'm here to give you some resources. I'm here as a professional in the endermologie spa. I will introduce myself about it. We're going to talk about how to reopen, how to make the operational changes for social distancing in a business where it's so hard to have social distancing. About our new communication strategy, new marketing plan, and how to re-engage people, because it's in our head actually. So let's introduce myself. I'm Nathalie Paradis. I am currently owner of an endermologie spa in South Florida, the United States, since 2013. I have a partner with me that shares a space, and she is an eyelashes specialist, and we are sharing the spa together. We were doing very successfully until this happened, like it happened to all of you. Before that, I was in Canada for the last 10 years, also owner of a spa, always with endermologie, and before that in France. So I'm pretty much with the LPG for more than, well, let's say 28 years now. So I want to share with you my passion in this industry, but I want to also talk with you about how we're going to reopen, how we're going to pass through this all together. So it's I think it's a good thing to know that we are part of a big family with LPG. We're not alone. We have a lot of backup. You have your distributor with you. You have your ASCP, your skincare association, and we need all that help at that moment. I see more and more connection. Happy to see you, all of you. We are dealing with an unforeseen situation. We've never been in that situation. I have to say that actually in the United States, it's very critical. We are all closed. We are all confined for most of the people. And we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how we're going to hold it together, how many months. We're supposed to reopen soon in May. I know we are talking different countries, so we have, and you have different worries, but all over it's most the same one. When we will return to practice, that's a question. I can't answer to that, but we need to be prepared. We need to know what we have to do. It's never going to be the same over there. I think what happened with this virus, our practice will be impact for the rest of our career. It will never be the same. So we need to be prepared for now and for what's coming next. So whenever stay-at-home are going to be lifted, what are we going to do? And the more important thing about reopening the business is to create a safe environment. I'm connected to my clients pretty much every day, and they're eager to come back, but they're so worried and scared. They're wondering what's going to happen to them. Is it going to be in a safe environment, or if they have to worry about, getting anything bad? So first of all, we're planning of sending a newsletter to our clients to explain all the changes we're going to make. We don't want to scare the people coming in because we're going to wear masks, gloves, etc. So we have to tell them what's going to happen. They will come now in a spa, endermologie spa, high lashes place, but it's not going to be the one they knew in the past. It's a different one because of the situation. So they need to know, and they need to acknowledge that it is for their safety, for ours and for their safety. Talking about that, my people working with me, I have 3 employees, they're very concerned about what's going on. They're eager to work because they need to work, but at the same time, they're very afraid to restart. So we are planning also on having actually a Zoom meeting altogether before restarting to retrain people on what and how we're going to do this. Okay, and to make sure, my partner has also employees. We have a few people, so we need to be on the same page, doing the same thing for the safety of everybody. So we need to be prepared with that. So announced by newsletter, because we want it to be taken the right way. Share any changes to the business, and the new disinfecting policy and the new distancing protocol we're going to use. So first of all is to retraining the staff on the new social distancing, and then it's to advise the people. Then from there, we will use the social media. We have the Instagram platform, or we can also do it with our Facebook. We have many ways, as you know very well as a professional, how to communicate with your clients. But this communication is going to be very important because it's going to make a big difference on the way we were working. We're going to get used to it. It's just a transition, but to make it soft, smooth, and great, we have to explain, and to explain a lot and again and again. I think so. Hi, Singapore. Nice to see Singapore there. Happy to have you here. Welcome. Please ask any question you have. Tell me where you're from. It's always, very fun to know endermology is worldwide, and we're like a big family doing this beautiful technology. So coming back to sanitation, you must have, as professionals, think about it very much. Gloves, yes, we need to wear gloves. We need to wear mask. We need to wear a blouse. We know that the viruses, the contamination come with the hands and can get to the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So we have to protect all those areas at all time. So I'm gonna do it in three different way. We have, first of all, the technician. We need to protect ourselves with the gloves, with a mask, with the glasses. I personally have glasses where you cannot have any hair coming in, so nothing can spill to you. And we have our blues. And when I'm going to do facial, endermologie facial, I'm going to wear another blues on top of it. It looks a little bit too much at this time, but I think we have really to do that for us and for the people coming in. We are not going to have a waiting room anymore. Not anymore. We are going to change completely and rearrange completely our schedule. no more waiting room, because we don't want any people in a waiting area able to meet somebody else, etc. So we are by appointment, as probably as you are. We will never have walking anymore for a while, probably never. People come by appointment, the door will be closed, and we'll come to open the people one by one. We are planning to have one technician, one esthetician with one client all the time, no more than that. And it's pretty much, I think, it's going to be like that for a long time and probably forever. So we have been thinking also of changing completely our schedule. We're going to be open 6 days a week and from 8 to 8, because we are many technicians. We're going to have more time in between the session because we have to sanitize the place. And we need time with the people because there is a lot of things to do. We're going to ask our clients to wear a mask, to remove their shoes, to put it in an area where we have Lysol or antiseptic. We're going to have Flipflops, you know, the one you use when you do your toes, that kind of things. So all that take a lot of time. So we have to plan on that and to have this time. So probably a half hour to an hour in between clients. So we're gonna just spread the time, open the work time during the day, not for just one person, of course, for the people, but just that everybody feels safe, and to minimize the number of people at the same time. If you have any suggestion, if you can help us about, you know, ideas about that, we're very welcome. We are here sharing our endermology business and trying to understand how we're gonna and what we can do about all that. So we're gonna ask our clients to wash their hands, wear the mask, flip-flops. We take the temperature. We have now, you know, those guns. So you take the temperature like that in a few seconds. You don't have to touch the person. All those things are supposed to reassure everybody, the staff and the people. We want them to come to us. I read a survey the other day. Every clients are eager to come back to the salon and the spa, but they're afraid. And 97% of people are saying we're coming back, but they're afraid. So again, we have to communicate to them before they're coming back to reassure them that we're going to take all the measure we can to make it a safe environment. And I think it's going to make a difference in between some places. If I am a client and if I'm going to my hairdresser, when I'm going back to her, because no, I love her, I will feel comfortable or uncomfortable, depending how I'm going to see how she's doing it, you know, how she managed the place to meet, to become a safe place. So I think you have to consider everybody's going to feel the same way. Hi, Romania. Happy to see so many people from Romania. We are using bodysuits. I have to say, for all these years, I have been doing it differently depending the people. Some people like to take their bodysuit home. Some people like to remain at the workplace. And I always had, you know, a box with bodysuit with names and all that. That is finished, of course. We are now, it's going to be mandatory that people take their bodysuit home and wash them all the time. I'm reading that somebody is selling that they're doing all those things in the salon, and I'm glad to hear that. I think it's a key of the reopening things. So I've been thinking a lot about people are coming in the room, they're touching things, so how to minimize the risk also. I'm not a fan of disposable things, but I have to say I'm going to be more open-minded. So I order disposable sheets. Probably you're using it. I was not doing that. I was using towels. So on the towels, I'm going to use disposable sheets. And people are wearing the bodysuits. So, you know, overall, it's pretty much covered. And they're going to have a mask. I'm going to have a mask. And I'm going to wear gloves. I'm thinking we're pretty there. I'm coming after about the face. The face can be a little bit more tricky, actually, face treatment, because we're closer. But at the same time, I have people that have bought their package for face treatment and they want to keep doing it. So I'm just going to do it like surgically speaking, like very well protected. We're going to have like visors going down, and I'm talking about my friends that are doing the eyelashes. Because, you know, as when you do eyelashes, you can't be closer than that, I think. So she's really concerned. So she ordered those visors that go down, plus a mask. So gloves, and like the surgeon, you know, wearing this over blouse. So hopefully this way it's going to be fine. And the clients, we wear the mask too, and she can work on the eyes. Because anyway, a day or another, we have to restart. And we just have to find the way, you know, like we're doing surgery, we have to do it clean, but to do it. So about the device, luckily we have a medical grade device, LPG. So we know this device is used in hospital, in burn sections to work scar tissue, post-surgery. So we know we have a device that is not blowing air. So we don't need, and we can reassure our clients, and I'll probably put it on my newsletter, that we cannot spread virus with the machine. But we have to clean our device, of course. So cleaning the device, we have to follow strictly the instruction we have in our, you know, guide. It's very well explained. You have wipes. Your wipes have a 2 minutes to 5 minute disinfection times, and you have to respect it. And we have to do it in between every client when it concerns the head of treatment. You know, it's easy to do. It's not a big deal. While you're doing that, you can. Well, that's the way I am. I'm going to plan my agenda at the same time, or all that. It's good. That's kind of a habit. I've always been doing it. I'm going to spend a little bit more time to make sure it's totally disinfected. And the same way, my wipes, I'm going to wipe out my whole room in between the clients. And at the end of the day, for sure, we're going to put in charge all our tech to clean their space. And we're going to phase, and I'm sure my team is amazing. They're all concerned for their safety and the client. So I'm sure they're going to make it perfect. We've been raised and trained to work very clean. It's our identity as skincare specialists and massage therapists. So we know how to do it. We're going to just keep doing it and do it like even more aware of what we're doing. That's about it. I think about the sanitation. I've been clear about it all. Washing hands. We're gonna go to the bathroom like constantly after the clients. You know, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna share that as a team, and it's gonna be like you know, something running easily with the time. And we keep going about that. We're going to choose our restart date very carefully. We're in many different countries. We are not going to restart the same time, the same day. We're going to announce it in our newsletter and in our social media, that's for sure. We are going to adopt our new practice protocols. And I want to tell you that we have to face a possibility that we have to do another pose, or understand that the future practice will be different from past work. And so any decision and changes we're making now are for good, are forever. That's how I feel it, because we don't know what's going to happen next. And as in the beauty industry, we're very exposed as people giving services. We're very exposed to that kind of situation, sanitary situation. So I want to be prepared for good, you know. So if something else is happening, I know exactly what to do and keep doing the right thing. So while that is happening, I've been thinking a lot, and probably you did too, about my database. about my list of clients. Do you need to implement a new client referral system? You know, there is all those things that we're catching up all the time at the salon because we have no time. We need to take this time to start fresh, you know, to do everything we haven't had time to do. And there are so many things you have to do in your spa and in your business. We want to reopen with a long-term success. So we know we have some area in our work that doesn't really, you know, go smoothly because we're not well organized in that part. So that's the time to think about that. That's really the time to. Personally, I'm cleaning all my database. I've been finding so many clients where the profile is not properly done, and I'm going through that. And I think it's a key because, you know, the bank of clients is your business. It's the essence of your business. So I'm like cocooning that for the future and for the reopening. Hello, Singapore. Hello, Colombia. Hello, Romania. I'm so happy to see everybody here. It's fun to have you with me. I feel less alone, you know, in this very unbelievable challenge we're getting through. I hope we're all going to make it. I'm sure we're going to make it. We just have to be ready and to do all the things we have to do. Be up to date. I think now on, it's even more important to stay connected with your LPG distributor. They're gonna send us very soon, I think, a toolkit with communication, marketing tools, you know. And there's the one that can answer any question I want to answer today about our equipments, about the future, about new protocols. So we have to stay very close to them. There is also my skincare association. I thank them so very much. In the United States, we have the ASCP. And I don't want to say every single day, but every other day, we have a new publication about the World Health Organization. So we need to be connected to the right info. There are so many things out there, so many info. You have to be very careful to follow the right recommendation, you know. I'm very concerned I don't want to get anxious reading stupid stuff, so I generally plug myself to the right stuff. And I'm sure you're doing the same thing. What else? I've been thinking also of taking time for myself during this time because I'm eagerly wants to restart. My clients are waiting for me. I need to be in shape. And so what's best to do then? I've been practicing endermologie on myself. I've been trying new protocols on my face, on my body. I've been trying all those fabulous products from LPG, the one I have never tried before because I had no time, supposedly, to. Love the micro peeling. I love the firming serum. I'm applying protocols on myself because I think if I want to get back to communicate with some optimism in a very heavy situation we encounter, I need to feel good. And as soon as I do my treatment, I feel so good that I think I'm going to be able to communicate the right way when people will come back. You know, I get through that after, but I think it's the right time to learn. There's so many protocols in our machine. I'm not sure you know all of them. Or you've been thinking, I don't know, doing more specific area. So it's probably time for you to learn about it and to look at it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning the more I can. I'm going on tutoring. I'm listening to a lot of things. I try to take this time to be more knowledgeable about much more stuff, actually. And I think the best way, to be successful to re-engage people in communication and marketing, it's if you feel the thing, you will be much more, people will follow you because they will know that what you're saying, you've been living it, So that's my philosophy, actually, that I'm sharing with you. new communication strategy. So now on, and I think we are changing our way of communicating with people. It was already like that. Social media, social network. We need to keep in touch with the people, and because of the social distancing, we're going to see the people less. So I'm planning on spending more time with my clients. I'm planning on having an hours with each of them, because probably most of the rest of the time I won't see them. I will just communicate by Instagram, by Facebook. So I think we have to think about how we're going to communicate. Re-engage with clients. It starts now. You have to post on your Insta. You have to give news about what's going on and what you plan to do for them. I will talk about how to promote our treatment. I've been thinking of how can I make my people willing to come back, eager to come. And also we have so plenty of it. Hey, hi from Montreal, my other heart city. I'm so happy to see people from Canada. So I've been thinking for a long time of the e-commerce, but it takes a lot of time to get there, a lot of work, have your booking online and on your website. For myself, starting some tutoring, and I'm looking at it. I think it's also the right time for some of us when you have time. Hi, Japan. Happy to see you. It could be the right time for you to get there because, most of the industry is going online. So we have to be ready for it. On a, easy way for me for now, I'm planning on doing with Instagram. I will put in front one product a week and give a pickup time at my place by appointment, for this social distancing. And this way, I'm going to manage to be able to refill the cream to my people and also give them the habits, to see on the Insta what's going on, depending the season and that kind of things. So yeah, it could be the time for you to go to the next level and to sell online. I think we have to think of that. Everybody's going to do that. So we have to be there too and be ready for that. And it takes time. So probably for some of us, we have few weeks before opening. So I think it's time to look at this. What could we talk about too is while we are restarting, how to promote our LPG treatment. I've been thinking about that too. I think we need to promote any special we are running while closed and reopening. So gift cards are sometimes towards gift cards to use towards them. It's sometimes the best way to keep business flowing now and to keep you on top of mind. That can help to have new clients coming in, because it's going to be the tricky part. New clients, people they will come back. They're with you for a long time, they'll come back. It's about the new clients that it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So we're going to have to use our clients to get the new clients and find incentive to get there. Run a package. I think so. We have definitely to think about that people will need pampering after being isolated. Think how you feel yourself. I am dying to have a good massage and somebody to take care of myself. So I think all my clients, and it's the same mood. So hi from Tokyo. Nice to see you, Japan and Mexico. So I'm thinking of creating an event online, like a raffle. It's very easy to do. You put in your raffle whatever you want them to win. You have to think about it, depending what you do. Could be a free session, could be a certain % off on something, could be a product that you want put in front. People love Raffle. Well, in the United States, I don't know if other country, but they like to play, and it's a very nice way to get back to get in touch with people in your clientele, but that you haven't seen for a few months. So yeah, like the Raffle thing, especially when we're coming back. So you get back to all those people. I told you LPG is planning on proposing a communication toolkit that we are waiting for, and that should help us giving us great ideas. And I'm planning on staying active and booking my people in advance. Again, I'm speaking from the United States, but people usually like to see that they appreciate that you're thinking of them. That's the way they're taking it. And if you have, and I will of course said that we might have to reschedule, but again, it's a way of re-engaging with the people. So that's interesting. Yeah, you're right, Sandrine. People love to try to win something. I do. So I think it's positive, and we can do a raffle every month or every 2 weeks. You can be very active if you see that it works. That's just one of those ideas, you know. Then if we go more practically, we're gonna reopen, and we have this. I think we're gonna have pretty much two kind of situation in terms of clientele. When we talk about endermology, you have people that already has started their session, and they have been suddenly interrupted, and they're coming back to you, and you don't know what happened after a few weeks and what you're going to do, because you were, I don't know, already have done 6 sessions or 2 sessions or at the end of it. So anyway, they're coming back. We will have to reevaluate the situation and see where they are at. They might be, and most of the time, especially if you had few sessions and you know that with them, they might be just exactly where they were. Because usually that's what happened with endermology. When you stop, you don't get much better. After a long time you stop, but you stay where you are. Or because we've been confined, and because a lot of us have no liberty to go outside, some of us have been eating not well, not moving enough, and we might have situation when things get like worse. Doesn't matter. We restart from where we are. We are just gonna, reevaluate, see where we're at, and from there restart probably twice a week from there. The good news is you can tell your clients that, I always said that to them, whenever you're doing an endermology session, you put it in the bank. What I mean by that is your body will remember. So if they have spent 8 sessions on your package of 15 and it looks like they get backward, no worries. Why? Because as soon as you're going to do another session, they're back on track. I'm telling you, and most of you that have been doing that for a long time, they know that as soon as we restart, the body reacts, circulation is back on, breaking the fat cells is back on, and you get back in less than a week or so, sometime 2 weeks, we'll get back where we were. So it's never 8 session lost, 5 session lost, never. It's in the bank in the body remember. It's like when you exercise at the gym, the muscle remember the same thing about it. Hello, Amel. How are you doing in Canada? Nice to see you here. What else? The thing for the new clients. Well, new clients. We're gonna consider. Probably it's gonna be a little bit different, because we have this high risk of, they don't know us. But again, I think the more we're going to be in a situation when we present a safe environment and all the measures we've been taken to make it safe, I don't think it's going to be a problem for most of people that will be coming. I've been talking about the body, but for the face and for the treatment, the session is pretty much the same. And especially the face, as you know, as soon as we do the session, it's like right away firming the skin. It's more about keeping it up. But if you had done like a package of session, like a 6 session, and you're coming back, of course you do your 1 session and you look so good after. So you don't have to worry about that. You have to talk about it, you know, very reassured that they didn't lose their money with you, even if they stop and they didn't want to, it's there. Okay, so I've been pretty much talking about most of the thing I wanted to tell you about reopening, promoting, communication, and I'm going to look at if you have some questions. And actually, I have some that was sent a little bit prior. It's coming, I think, from Colombia and Mexico. It's a little bit different as subject. So, what are you saying? After lockdown, people will definitely look for well-being and slimming solution. Yes, André, definitely. I think they're going to be stressed, as we are. I think we have the opportunity in our business, and you know that we're in contact with people. It's sharing more than just a treatment. It's sharing, you know, the life of someone with someone, and I think we're going to take more time with them, and I think we can implement in our treatment some relaxing, detoxing maneuver. I'm thinking of spending probably a 5-minute attention, helps them to breathe. I'm thinking if I might have some problem of connection. I hope you're seeing, yeah. So I'm thinking of spending time, you know, probably on the back a little bit more. If I find they're more tense, I will spend more time there. And you know, that's so easy with your head of treatment, just to feel the tension, because when it's tense, you're like losing grasp on a tension area. I will spend a little bit more time there, even if it's not, you know, what they came for. They will find that. I mean, and I will implement that in it. So I'm even planning on, if I have people I found very stressed, to propose a different treatment, more about the well-being. So more about the whole body treatment, from the back, the side, all the body, just for them to relax completely, to feel release from this burden, tension we've been experiencing the last few weeks. And that's why I'm not worried about endermology compared, you know, to other device and or the technology. For sure, you have other technology that are very good in satellite or good, but with LPG, we have more. We are efficient on satellite. We are efficient on sagging skin. We are efficient to drain water retention. But on top of it, we are efficient on well-being. We can add that on top of any of our treatment. It's at this time where everybody's so anxious. I think focusing on the well-being of our clients going to be a top ad in our treatment. I think people will come back just for that, just to feel better because they're so anxious. And probably we're going to have clients putting the cellulite on the back of their head for a little while, just because they can't breathe anymore, because they're like so stressed out about what's going to happen in the future, you know. So we're lucky we have LPG. We're not having a device that is painful and is hurting, and we can be efficient and make it pleasant, relaxing, a moment people enjoy, take for themselves. That's the hour I have for myself, and I think it's a plus. And I think all our communication in the weeks coming has to be on the well-being part. That's where we are strong as doing endermology compared to so many other devices. Speaking about the United States, there are so many devices doing so much stuff, but I don't know any that combine all the things that LPG does. And it's been a while. I'm watching, reading, comparing, looking at what the other do, combining with people doing this and that at the same time. So I think we are where we want to be. We are in a good position at this time. People concern well-being and pain management after lockdown as lack of workout. Yes. Most of us won't be in shape. I mean, who can be? We have the time outside counted. We are struggling. Some people with financial issue. The stress is very high. The economy is like up our head. So yes, we'll need that time, and we can help a lot of people. And probably I'm thinking some of my clients won't be able to come as often as they were coming, but they will keep coming. I know if they have a choice to make in between doing endermologie or doing something else to feel good for themselves, they will do endermologie. Why? Because it's a healthy massage. It's not just cellulite. It does so much more. I knew that because you're in that business for a while. That's why you're here. Faire de la cohérence cardiaque avec... yes. Yes, we have LPG, which is so good for well-being and relax. Yes, Sandy, I can't agree more about it. That's why we should still very confident. I have so many years invested in a great company and make a lot of success out of it. I've never been in that situation like you are now, in a lockdown, not able to go to work and don't know what's going to happen next. But I'm happy to be in that situation with LPG than another, situation. That's my feeling about it. I have question about. I don't believe LPG is. Oh, I have a question here. I had a question about can the device spread the virus? I talked about it before, but at the beginning, so some of you probably haven't heard, but no, definitely not. The device cannot spread the virus because it's a medical grade device. It has been made to be able to be in hospital. It is in hospital, actually. It's used pre and post cancer treatment, breast cancer, for example. It's used when you have burns, scar tissue, edema to recover after so many surgery. So it won't be able to be in an hospital environment if it was a device that can be in that category. But like I said, you have to clean your device. You have to clean the head. You have to wipe every area that will be in contact with anybody after a session. That's for sure. But no, it can be very reassuring and reassure the people that I've read a lot about, yes, hair conditioning and how we can spread the virus. And this device, no, we have no worries about it. I have questions about, I don't believe LPG is more effective than radiofrequency cryotherapy. Well, I don't know if it's a question that is really at this time what we or you want to talk about, but I would say LPG is effective, that's for sure. You can have a technology for more than 30 years in the market if it's not effective. I've read a few weeks ago, it was in the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology. It was a study made 2015 that was comparing, laser, ultrasound, radiofrequency, cryotherapy, and mechanical stimulation. I have to say, mechanical stimulation is one of the best quoted, saying that it works well. Lasers seem to be efficient, but not all the laser. Ultrasound are not doing so well. Radiofrequency, it's not so bad. But overall, if all the others are working on the fat, on top of it, mechanical stimulation is very efficient on the apparatus of the skin and on the centimeters. So we're in a good position with LPG. There's no problem with it. And you can combine with, I have clients that do radiofrequency and they come to ULPG at the same time. And I have more clients coming from after cryolipolysis, this machine to break the fat with a cold. And they come to see me after. Why? Because the skins keep looking not good. They have lost a little bit of something, but it's not enough. So yes, definitely we're doing good with endermology. What else? I have, yes, we have seen the difference a lockdown has had on the environment. People will change the way they think, totally. And I think we don't even know how we're going to find the people, or how they will react. But I think, things overall will adjust to everything. We all do as human beings. We all do. We all always do. So we get through that too. We're lucky. We have a natural and effective technology that you can combine with others. People make other decisions. Where I work, I have a lot of people that do fillers, injections, or even plastic surgery. Okay, it's a choice, and people make some choices. I have nothing to say about it. But it comes always to do endermology at a certain point. So that's great for us, because if it's about to prepare the skin, to maintain it, to work it, or to rehabilitate the skin after, we have a place. We have a place somewhere. So I'm very confident about all that. So even if the situation seems to be quite, full of worry and anxiousness, I think we're pretty good with that. We're going to probably have to change our communication about endermology and probably get to the well-being side a little bit more than in the past, because actually that's what probably most of the people want to do. What else? Yes, that's right. We have no side effects. I didn't say that, but for me, it's so obvious. If you practice endermology the right way, which means no pain, you're efficient and you have no downtime, no side effects. Tell me about all those others technology. They all have downtime and they're painful most of the time. So, nothing comparable. So people can still come to us. They will have overall result on their cellulite, on their localized fat. We will make their skin look so much better, and they will enjoy this moment, because they will feel good, because we increase circulation, oxygenation. So we're 100%, I think, ahead. But that's my opinion. That's the technology I choose for so many years. So that's about it. I had what's okay. I have about heart. I don't understand the coherence cardiac. I don't understand what the question is. If you can help me about that. I have another question here. Let me see. Can we do facial treatment after the lockdown, or should we focus on the body? Definitely, I think we should focus on the body. We have to help ourselves. When we're going to do the body sessions, we're going to be 99.99% in a safe environment. As we are doing the face, we're going to be more at risk. That's for sure. But are we not going to do any? I don't think so. But we can probably wait a little bit. Like, I'm thinking of telling my clients that are doing the face, let's wait a little bit, a few weeks more to do the face, to see if, this virus is going away and we feel a little bit more safe. And I don't know about you, but most of my clients that do the body do the face, because obviously it goes together. So I'm thinking, and I manage my package the way I'm working, that when you buy endermology, you can buy body and face at the same price. So it's going to be very easy for me to propose to my clients at the moment, don't you want to do the body session today? Don't you want to detox and relax, and me working your skin, cellulite, localized fat, whatever the goal is, and we keep you facial treatment for a little bit later when we feel a little bit more safe. And I'm pretty much sure then 80% of the people will choose the body and wait a little bit for the face, pretty much sure. That will be my recommendation at this moment. Should we focus on short treatments for lower budget to attract more clients? I think definitely, but I think also it depends really your type of clients. And I think you will see that when you're going to restart. We might have clients that have a very low budget after what happened. And we know, especially with the Alliance, that we're so efficient, so fast. So I will say, yes, of course, propose working a short area so people will be able to afford it. At the same time, I have people that will be able to afford it anyway. And it won't be, the short treatments won't be my first choice. I love so much endermology. I love the whole thing about it. But of course, we have to adjust with what people can afford. And it's better to do a little than nothing. So yeah, for sure, we adjust with the people we have. Other question. Okay. Amel, I miss you too. I'll be happy to see you. Nice to hear you. Okay, so we can propose also, I have question about, combining respiration, the breathing with the LPG treatment. Of course, that's a great idea to combine and propose a session where you're focused so much on relaxation that you will let your clients get in a deep mode of relaxation. Will be breathing, and by giving them, explaining them the way to breathe while you're doing the massage, you get in this mode of relaxation, meditation state, where it's going to be so good. That's a very interesting point. I have Sandrine telling me the LPG treatment menu is very versatile and can really adapt to any situation and budget. I totally agree. Nowadays, we have so many options, so many protocols, shorts, longs. There's no way to say no to anything. So we pretty much answers for everybody. So why say no, of course? So I have another question here. Let me 1 second to read it. Even if we offer one free session or special price, it is still an experienced procedure. I am afraid that they will choose a less expensive procedure. It's possible. It happens. But remember, they choose something else, doesn't mean it's going to work. Going to the cheaper things, yes, it can work one time, but people come back to you. Trust me on that. All these years, for sure, it's not expensive to do endermology. We have to adjust to what people can afford, that's for sure. But at the same time, it's probably better for people to keep their money and have it in their pocket and do endermology than try to do something cheap and that doesn't work. So at the end of the day, the question is, So at the end of the day, the question is, you need to be able to afford it. It's like everything. So, but it's not because it's not whenever, I don't know if I answer properly to the question, but just when you do one endermology session, you feel so much and so much happened to your body or your face, you will never forget. So when times come, you have the money, you probably decided to do that instead of doing something else. That will be my answer to that. And for sure, you will lose people that can't afford it, but it's life. You'll get the other people that can. So in Latin America, endermology is combined with many facial procedures. How can we reassure our patient when we can postpone the sessions? That's where I'm telling you, sometimes you're going to have hard time to postpone the session because you will be pressured by the surgeon. I have that problem myself. When this lockdown arrived, I have few clients from South America that have done surgery, and they were needed and asked by their surgeon to have an endermology session done right after. And we've been starting, and we had to stop. I will answer that when we can postpone the session, we do. When we can't, we do all the safe, we create this safe environment, and there's no point we're going to do anything bad. You protect yourself and you protect your clients, you use gloves, you have your mask, so everything is fine. And for my clients that have been waiting, that's what I said before, I probably will find them the way I left them. It was not ideal. That's not what we wanted, but that's what happened. So it's basically where we are at the moment. How can we reassure patients when we cannot postpone the session? I hope I answered the question. Okay, I have a very nice comment here. Thank you. You should share a detailed protocol with safety measure to implement in our clinics. Yes, yeah, we could do that. It will take, we probably have to do that another time, but definitely we can detail a protocol with every step to be 100% safe. If some of you don't feel safe and not sure about how doing things, like for example, I just learned that the way we remove our mask, we have to be very careful. If you remove your mask with your hand like that, let's say there is virus on it, you will have virus on your hand. So I learned that removing my mask will be to put my hands under this way. That's how surgeons are doing it. They put their hands under with the gloves, they're removing their mask, and then they're removing their gloves. It seems to be a little bit, overwhelming. It's just habits and good habits to take. And overall, it's going to be fine. What else? You should, is that possible? Yes, it is. We can work on protocols and help you. I'm sure LPG and your distributor might be able to respond to you, or even, your association of skincare. I've seen online a lot of them working on sending you helps. If you don't, reach to your distributor in your country and ask for it. Or if not, reach to us and we'll help you on that. About the cleaning protocol, so Sandrine is saying and reminding all of us that the cleaning procedure of the device are included in the operator manual as well. So that's perfect. We have it all. It's all there. So so we're covered for that. What else? I think I've been through all your question here. I'm going to go back a little bit. I have someone saying, even if you offer one free session or special price, there is still an expensive procedure for the period that comes. I am afraid that they will switch to less expensive procedure. Yes, I agree with you. I am worried too about it. That's why I think the options of shorten the session and just work the area is a good option for a while for the people. And I'm sure you can easily tell your client, you know what, at this time, because it's hard for you, let's shorten the session and just work exactly where you worry about. And it could be a transition until things get better. You can work with that. But of course, it's costing money. So we're going to lose some clients that can afford it. But also we're going to keep clients that are going to come less often. So we need to work on having more clients, actually, I think. I have another question here. Okay, so I think we're pretty much being through a lot of topics today. I hope you had, I've been able to answer most of your questions. I thank you so very much. I've been able to answer most of your questions. I thank you so very much for being with me today. I was happy to share my passion for endermology and being with all of you, knowing that we are in the same situation all together. And I want to say bye, thank you, and see you. Bye, everybody.